Hey there, Team Impact. We are moving on today. I know some of you are finishing the test, others are done, others are at home. This packet is in Schoology. I scanned it in. If you're in class, I have a pile of them for you. We're going to be using this throughout the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. It's really the first unit of new material. They set us up with fractions and decimals. But anyway, Unit 3, the number system. Make sure you put your name at period. Let's get after it. Let's flip over here and take a peek inside here. Okay. Today we're going to be talking about integers. And we're going to define them, give examples, number lines, the whole 9 yards. So a lot of vocabulary today. All right. So if you need to slow down, just pause the video. If not, let's get after it. All right. So integers in the number line. The set of whole numbers and their opposites are called integers. An example. That's an integer. All right. That's an integer. That's an integer. That's an integer. That's an integer. Whole numbers and their opposites. So when we talk about whole numbers, we're talking about 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and their opposites. They're negatives, right? Integers can be plotted on a number line where the positive values are located to the right of 0, and the negative values are located to the left of 0. Okay? All right, so next up, use the open number line below to determine the location of each point. Okay, and then label it. So what I like to do is look at my smallest number and my greatest number. So I know I have to get up to 9 and down to -8. So I'm going to kind of put 0 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go up. I'll get to 10. And I'm going to put their opposites. -1, -2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, -9, -10. Look at that. I guessed perfectly. Look at that. All right, and what we're going to do is just plot these, just getting used to integers, right? 0, and you know what? I'm going to change to red so you can see it. There's 0. Cross it off. There's 9. Let's plot it. There's -2. Let's plot it, right? There's 5. Let's plot it. And then finally, -8. Let's plot it. Okay? So just a good start here. All right, let me get this out of the way. Sorry about that. All right, let's go. Which point in the set above is the largest value? All right, well, clearly point E is. All right, E, the number 9. Why? Because it's farthest to the right. Which point is the smallest value? Well, clearly we can see -8 is, right? -8, because it's farthest to the left. Pretty simple, pretty common sense things there, right? And what are we talking to the right of and to the left of? We're talking of the right and left of 0. Okay, and remember, 0 is neither positive or negative. All right? Georgie is asked to plot the number -3 on the number line below. Where should he plot? Well, here's 0, here's -1, -2, -3. Okay? And I would give it one of those. So nothing earth-shattering, right? The following transactions are shown on a bank statement. List the transactions from least to greatest. And use a number line to help if needed. Well, I don't think we need a number line. Least number is -11. All right. The bigger the negative, the smaller it is. The next smallest is -5. Then we have 3. Then we have 8 and 12. Okay? All right. All right, just a little, pull this up here. Write the symbol and example for each of the following. Okay. So they want a greater than sign, right? We've got to get out of the concept that the alligator eats the bigger number. We need to know the sign, right? So I'll start with this one. -2 is greater than -5, because -5 is further to the left on the number line. Less than. -12 is less than -11. So if you owe somebody $12, right, and you owe somebody $11, right, 11 is better than owing 12, I guess. And then you have an equal to, I don't know, we could have 2 is equal to 2.0, right? So just looking at these things here. Okay, let me pause this and get a drink real quick here. Okay, I'm back. All right, so let's flip the page, take a peek at these, get some inequalities in here. Nice little warm up here, right? Use the symbols, less than, use the symbols less than, greater than, or equal to make the statements true. -19 is less than 20. 8 is greater than -8. 0 is greater than -7. So if I don't owe anybody's money and I owe somebody $7, right, that's better. Think of it as money. -13 and -12, these can get confusing. -13 is actually less than -12. The bigger the negative, the smaller it is. Okay? And we're moving on. Number 4. 3 students compared integers. Determine which students completed the task correctly. All right, well, let's look at tie. -6, is that greater than -5? No, that is not. That is less than -5. 3 is greater than -4. Nico works, yes. 0 is less than -1? No. 0 is greater than -1. Okay? We chatted about that a second ago. Okay? Number 5. Beatrice places 4 different points on a number line. What value best represents point B? This is interesting, isn't it? So if we look at this, the number line isn't set up by single digits. We have to figure out the interval. So, let's just talk about it over here. 0 to 4. What's half? What's in between those two? 2. So it looks like they're counting by 2's. This would be -2. This would be -6. This would be -10, right? So in between -4 and -6 for letter B is -5. Number 6. The table below represents the number of yards gained in 6 different plays. So on play 1, they went backwards. Play 2, forward, 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 backwards, and so on. List the values in order from greatest to least. So which one of these is the greatest? 14. The next biggest number is 6. After that is 2. Now we're dealing with our negatives. The bigger the negative, the smaller it is. So -5, -8, and -9. Okay? Interesting stuff here. And we're moving on. Brainstorm. Okay? Real world terms and phrases that indicate positive or a negative integer. Okay? Negative. All right, well, below 0. Think of it that way. Under. Under the water. How about drop? The temperature dropped 7 degrees, -7. Loss. Loss would certainly be another one, right? If we lose $5, it's -5. It's gone. All right. How about deduct? This would deal with maybe a checking account if you have money in it. If you're paying for an ice cream cone, they're going to deduct your checking account. Okay? If something is equal, it's going to be the same, right? It might match. It might match, right? Or it might be equivalent. Excuse me. And then the easy ones are positive, a positive deal, right? I'll let you get caught up there for a second. Positive may be what? Gain or rise, right? If you go up, it's a positive. How about credit? Let's talk about that for a second. So we talked about deducting was a negative. If they credit your account, it's a positive. So think of it as returning a shirt, all right, to Old Navy. When you return it, they're going to credit your account. That's a positive, all right? How about this one? Ascend. Ascend means to go up. Up is a positive deal. Okay? All right, good stuff. And there's more, but that's just kind of giving you a general idea. Last piece here. A football player caught a 57-yard pass. Well, 57 is a positive. Now, we don't write plus 57. We assume that it is a positive. The temperature dropped, -15. Your account is credited $14. Credited is a positive. All right. A submarine travels below sea level. 550 feet would be negative. Boy, that's deep. Okay. Carbon has 6 protons. +6. Las Vegas, Nevada has an average temperature of 101 degrees above zero. Just 101. A bank account is overdrawn. So if you only have $100 in your bank account and you write a check for $127, you've overdrawn it. So you're -$27. And then lastly, a quarterback is sacked for a loss of 5 yards. A loss is a negative. So, just an introduction to positive and negative numbers, which is what they were in teachers. Okay? All right. So on the next page is your homework. Please get this done. I'm also going to post a digital activity in there for some bonus points. So anyway, if you do that tomorrow, you'll get them as well. They'll be in the Schoology. Have a good day.